new shower or bath for as low as $99 a month, plus an additional $1,000 off your project. Call the experts at West Shore Home now.
If you have children or grandchildren either with you at home today watching the show, or just that you love and they're not there with you now, but you want to go home and tell them about something great you saw today, then listen up, because we have got three very smart, very bright, very capable young people next to me here representing 4-H of Hamilton County. So let me see if I'm smart enough to get their names right. On the end, Nathan Kirby. He's a rising 6th grader at CSLA School. We'll brag on him in a minute. Next to him is Joel Sayo, who is a rising 5th grader also at CSLA School. The two of them are pretty good friends from some events they've been a part of in the year past. And next to me is Dorothy Edie. She is a rising 5th grader at CSAS, and they're all having a good time talking with me this morning about the fun of 4-H. So good to see you all three. You all three are kind of new to 4-H, is that right, Nathan? Mm-hmm. How long have you been doing it?
I started at the beginning of 5th grade, so we've been having 4-H meetings every month. Mm-hmm. So this is the first year.
So I think what's so fun is that all three of them have been doing it for about a year, 4-H, and we've had a chance to highlight 4-H over the years. Earlier this month, we had someone on representing Dairy Month with 4-H, and he was great. He talked about all the things he's enjoyed being a part of it. But there are so many things you can do. Am I right, Dorothy? When you're a part of 4-H, kind of whatever you like to do, you can find a way to do it in 4-H. Yeah. So you're very smart, and you recently won something. It's a quiz bowl, right? Mm-hmm. But it has a name.
It's called the Clover Bowl.
The Clover Bowl. So you had to compete as part of a team through your school or through 4-H?
I was on a team with 3 of my friends, and we represented my school in the competition.
So when you went into this competition, were you studying ahead of time to think about what kinds of questions you might get asked?
Yeah, for the counting contest, they gave us a packet to study when we went into the counting contest. Mm-hmm. And then the same thing for the state contest.
So then they just began to throw questions your way, and you had to hope you had the right answer, and you did, because you won on the county level, and then you went to regions and you came in 3rd place. That's great. That must have made you proud.
It did.
So while y'all were studying, Joel, you said you were kind of researching and memorizing because your focus is public speaking.
Yes.
So what is it that you did, because you also won?
So basically, I researched and edited. I put my ideas on a piece of paper, and then I revised, edited, and researched.
And you were researching who?
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein. So did you read a lot of books to learn about him, or how did you do your research?
So I basically searched on Google and read books and search on documentaries. Mm-hmm. And then.
So I love something you said. Dorothy and you were talking, and she said, trying to help me understand, Dorothy said you had some notes on cards that you would then use when you gave your speech. And you very quickly said, oh no, I didn't. You memorized it all, is that right?
Yes.
That was a real task. What are some things you learned? Talk to me. What are some things you learned about Albert Einstein?
I learned that his inventions wasn't just inventions, it changed how we look at the space in our future today. Yeah?
So did you know much about him before you began your research?
I didn't really know him that much. I just knew he was a really smart guy.
Yeah? And now you know he was even smarter.
Yes.
So then you sit next to your good friend Nathan over there, who goes with the practical side of life. Is that fair to say, Nathan?
Sure.
Your presentation was food science?
Yeah.
And you won not only in the county, but in your region. What's your expertise?
So I chose food science, so I was gonna talk about and I had to demonstrate how to make Jell-O. So I would make a poster, and then I'd make the Jell-O in front of the people who are competing in food science. And for the region, I had 2 other different things that weren't food science. So you compete in front of them, and yeah, I did how to make Jell-O.
So anybody who's ever made Jell-O, I used to make it a lot when my kids were about y'all's ages. There is Jell-O and then there is Jell-O. You have to use the hot water and the cold water, correct?
Yeah.
It makes a difference. Do you like to cube it or do you like it in a big bowl? Did you do it either way?
I like to, for me, I like to put it in different containers. So I don't like to put it in one big thing, but I've done that once for some kind of thing I did.
So when you do a food presentation on Jell-O, one thing about Jell-O is that you make it pretty quickly, right? Doesn't take long.
It doesn't take long. I feel like the longest part is whenever the water is boiling, because that has to take some time for it to get to the right temperature, so it'll dissolve.
Do you have a favorite flavor of Jell-O?
Not really.
Do you like Jell-O?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So with 4-H, when y'all are going now into 6th grade and then 5th grade for the two of you, will you keep it going next school year? Do you think you'll still be a part of it?
Yes. Well, I'm hoping to do basically the same activities I did this year, and I also want to do 4-H camp next year too. It's basically all the activities you did. There's fashion shows. There's rifle range, swimming, archery.
Has it helped you to make some new friends too?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah.
I think I am going to do 4-H next year. I think, like Joel said, I'm mainly going to do the same activities.
Yeah. So for kids watching or parents watching and they're thinking that might be something that my student would enjoy doing, what would you tell them is the best part about it?
Probably about the skills you learn from experiencing the activities that 4-H enrolls you in. You can learn skills that can be used later on in life, or some that are just for fun.
And you probably have to learn about patience, how you have to kind of dig in and work your way to the win, right? So 3 champions next to me, the 2 of you for the county, all 3 of you for the county. Both of you came in 3rd place in region for your respective, is that right? I think that's what I was told about you. And then Nathan got 1st. So congratulations. Since you're the public speaker, Joel, you want to say, here's how you can, tell people, I'm going to put this up there. Say, here's how you can get in touch with 4-H.
Here's how you can get in touch with 4-H.
Hamilton.tennessee.edu.
Hamilton.tennessee.edu.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
The only way Papa John's makes a big, extra large New York style pizza like this is by hand stretching that Papa John's fresh, never frozen dough. Get the extra large New York style pizza from Papa John's.